Little Fox and His Shadow. In a beautiful forest there lived a lively little fox named Spot. One day Spot felt very lonely because his friends were all busy with their own things and had no time to play with him. As he wandered through the forest, he suddenly noticed his shadow in the sunlight. "Hello, Shadow," Spot said happily. "Let's play together." So Spot began to play with his shadow. He ran, and the shadow followed. He jumped, and the shadow jumped too. "The shadow is really my best friend. It always stays with me," Spot thought. But the next day, clouds covered the sun, and the shadow disappeared. Spot became very anxious and searched everywhere for his shadow. He asked the bird, "Have you seen my shadow?" The bird shook its head and said, "No, I haven't." He asked the rabbit, "Have you seen my shadow?" The rabbit also shook its head and said, "No, I haven't." He asked the deer, "Have you seen my shadow?" The deer still shook its head and said, "No, I haven't." Spot felt very disappointed and began to reflect. Is it only in the sunlight that the shadow appears? The next day the sun came out again, and the shadow returned. Spot happily jumped up and embraced the shadow. "Shadow, you're back! I'm so happy!" But this time Spot decided to try something different. He ran to the stream and looked at his reflection in the water, discovering that he always had a shadow with him. "The reflection in the stream is also my shadow," Spot exclaimed with joy. From then on, Spot learned to see things from different angles and understood that even on cloudy days, he could find companionship and happiness.